Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through the card at Rosehill Gardens this weekend for Coolmore Classic Day. Plenty of best bets coming your way. A lot of value in there as well. Of course, the $100 hot seat later in the show and our charity multi. Mike, plenty of rain around. Group 1 racing, though. It's Rosehill Gardens. How you fared this week, mate? This weather, huh?
I'm doing great, mate. Loving this week. I've been halfway between the Bureau of Meteorology website and the form guide all week, but I'm absolutely loving it. It's one hell of a puzzle this Saturday, but loving every minute of it. But how are you, mate? You'd be going to the races every single day of the week and Saturdays, Sundays with the championships. You must be knackered.
Yes, look, the championships were 6 down. Tamworth, another great weekend last week. Obviously, some great stories there with Cody Morgan and Unbiased, but unfortunately that jockey fall really marred the day for mine. But good to see Rachel King tweeting that she's up and about, although with the surgery. Credit to all these jockeys. They are just so tough.
Yeah, we were talking about last week, obviously, the unfortunate accident to Triangle that was terrible. Yep. Mark Whiteman last week as well. So all credit to the jockeys and great to hear they're doing okay.
It is on to racing this week, though. It is Coolmore Classic Day, as we said, Mike. But look, so many of these owners are outside the Coolmore. We've got these 2-year-old races, the Pago and the Magic Night. Bit of a last chance saloon to get into the world's richest race for 2-year-olds next week.
And there's even more blue coming, isn't there? Obviously, Tenley top of the markets, Microphone top of the markets. I think James McDonald's on Tenley.
Yep.
Theory's got a chance to prove herself in Sydney this weekend. Could there be more Godolphin runners? There's already 6, 7, 8 in there. A blue wash for the Golden Slipper this year.
It's an amazing juggernaut, isn't it, Mike? Look, you've mentioned this weather. It's circling around Sydney Thursday, Friday showers, Saturday showers. How we come up with this one?
It's changed on the drive on the way in. I can tell you, should look at the track conditions and have our guess and see what we think is going to happen on Saturday. Obviously, there was a meeting there a couple of weeks ago at Rosehill Gardens. The rail was out a long way and there was an on-pace near rails bias, but very, very different this Saturday. The rail's back to the true. There's rain on Thursday night. There's rain on Friday, but not quite as much as we thought. Between 2 and 10 mils, 5 to 15 mils on Saturday as well. Could be soft, could be heavy, could be anything. But we think they'll be getting off the rails either way with the rain coming.
Yeah, look, very hard to analyse. So soft to heavy there's what we've gone, Mike. 5 key races, that's what we've got to have a look at now. Such a great day of racing as well. How have we narrowed these ones down?
Yeah, we've dodged those 2-year-old races, Stu. I just didn't know what to do with those 2-year-olds. We'll have a look at them on raceguide.com.au, but not on this show tonight. We just got to see the weather before we decide what we're going to do on Saturday. The ones we are doing, race 1 and race 2, we do like. And race 6, 7 and 8, we've got to do them. They're the features, including the Coolmore Classic. It's a cracking race.
It is. There's plenty of great racing on the day. Well, Mike, you've started off there. The Katanchas handicap, 1,350 metres. That's the first race we're going to have a look at for Rosehill Gardens on Saturday. And straight away into the market here, Mike. Some really promising lightly raced 4-year-olds right at the top here. We've got Safado, who's worked his way into favouritism here. $3.50. Only the 5 starts. Second in the Provincial Championships. Favourites are Archidemus. We've got Star of the Seas, who was the original favourite in this race here, $3.60. Mahalunga resuming for Hawks off a quiet trial. Always got to be wary of that. There's Parade chasing home You Make Me Smile last start. That horse is $7 in this race, a real rolling type. And, well, don't give a damn, Mike, $11. We'll see if we can forgive it for that last start. But look, 2 really promising horses at the top of the betting here, Safado and Star of the Seas.
Yeah, open market though, isn't it? There's some depth to this market. There's plenty of chances in this race. The key factors analysis will be close. Let's have a look at the favourite, or the new favourite. He wasn't the favourite a while ago, like you said. She's Safado, last start, 3rd up in the Provincial Championships qualifier. He wants to run well in this race, obviously, to get into the final. He's near the pace. They kicked it a long way out in this race, and he just kept lifting, Stu.
Yeah, I really think it's a really strong run here, Mike. And what we're going to see too towards the end here is the real gap these two just put on 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, good form references as well. Spring Charlie's got a win over Aqua Divina, who's a benchmark 86 mare. So these 2 horses will go through the benchmark grades. Safado can start on his journey this Saturday.
Let's have a look at the Hawks runner resuming. As I said at the start, it's Mahalunga. We're going to have a look here. We're going back to last preparation here, Mike. This horse was 2nd up, but really importantly here, this is a soft track. It was at Randwick. We're obviously Rosehill this weekend, but this was a really strong finish out wide here.
Yeah, you talk about Safado having upside. This Hawks Galloper Mahalunga's obviously got upside as well. He's only had a handful of starts as well. He's won both of his starts on a soft track. This is coming out wide, just lifting all the way to the line, beating some older horses. He's a really strong finisher too.
Yeah, this is a good replay to watch, Mike. And having known all that form from last preparation up against those promising ones here, so keen to see how all the key factors and all the form arrange all these horses as we kickstart this race. It's race 1 at Rosehill Gardens.
Lots of good form. A couple coming off a very long break though, including Up and Rolling and Hogmanay. Safado's got probably just better than benchmark form, we think.
Okay, there's Safado. As we get this race started, Mike, the first key factor, as always, is progression.
Yeah, you want a horse with upside, and there are lots of horses with upside in this race. Looking across the page, Star of Caesar's improving, Safado's improving, Mahalunga's improving, Don't Give a Damn can improve second up as well. There's lots of horses with upside in this race.
Absolutely, as we look to distance at stage of preparation.
Yeah, not too much going on. There is a bit of a roughie down the bottom of the page for distance that we quite like. Got Unders,
one of yours.
He's a grinding type that needs a strong tempo. You Make Me Smile. He'll love him being in the race.
Okay, so it's Safado out in front here from the favourites and Tinkamosa. Track conditions, Mike, it's going to be so important this week. We've got to go with something.
Yeah, we love this page all night long because we think it's going to be wet on Saturday. Maybe not quite as wet as we thought, though. Safado, Mahalunga, Perrette, all don't mind a soft Rosehill. Don't Give a Damn. He likes a soft Rosehill too.
We are looking for the mutters, and it's Safado and Mahalunga just edging ahead of the pack here as we hit the line, Mike, position in run.
The jockeys will be jockeying for position behind You Make Me Smile, looking for that gun run just behind. Safado could get it. There's a few other contenders. Don't Give a Damn, Tinkamosa and Got Unders won't be far away as well.
All right, so there's Safado, just going out by a couple of lengths there late. A bit of value down the bottom. Tinkamosa, Got Unders. My provincial championships isn't far away. This is the grand final for this horse, Safado. Mahalunga, though, we've had a look at that replay. I liked what I saw there. Look, it's time for a bet in the first. Let's bring all the odds and the ratings back up to see where the punters are going to play here. And there it is, Safado. $3.50, one of the favourites, but it has drawn out. Looking down the page here, though, Mike, a few roughies have got me interested, as what you've said. Tinkamosa, Got Unders. These are some decent prices here. And, well, Don't Give a Damn. You can go through the form and see box seat did nothing last start.
Yes,
are we going to forgive that?
That is the video comment. You brought that to my attention today. Can it go from doing nothing to winning with 60 kilograms? Maybe not. Safado so strong, but look at those roughies as well. Got Unders, 9 years old. Look, maybe he can't do it, but if he's ever going to do it, this race sets up well for him on Saturday. Strong tempo, wet track. Got to go for Safado. He's the one going towards his grand final, like you said, Stu. He's so strong, he's got upside. And Tinkamosa, Robbie Dolan, we do love him. 50 kilograms, she can show up at big odds.
All right, so Safado there, the favourite, and Tinkamosa for the value in race number 1. As we move straight along to race number 2, and it's a Group 3 over the 1,100 metres. And Mike, a few interesting horses resuming here for mine, and that horse Trekking has trialled very, very well. So let's have a look at the market now, because this horse is sitting at the top of it, $3.30. Easy Eddie, well, $5 into $4.20 here, fresh and since some career best form over the summer. Fiery Heights and its speedy Queenslander resuming a big run at odds in the Magic Millions Sprint. Music Magnate there for Bjorn as well, $8.50. All over Bossa Nova, another speedy type here on the back up after winning in Canberra. Akasaki, interesting to see what you see about this horse. Could be swooping with all that pace on, and of course Jungle Eyes is one of those that'll go forward, Mike. But look, a couple of promising sprinters in this race. Very promising sprinters, well weighted, those two top favourites as well, because there's a bit of a squash at the weights and the bottom of the weights. Let's have a look at Easy Eddie. How good is Joe Pride at getting a sprinter to maintain his form? Best form ever. Wet track, gets to the outside. Such a strong finish here, beating Belsonic and Redouble, who went on to win the Magic Millions as well. Yeah, look, he had the job in front of him. Here he goes. He had to knuckle down and look, just love what he did here. Hits the lead here, and this horse doesn't seem to give up at all. Yeah, just keeps lifting. What was it last week? Ball of Muscle, I think. He's a rising 7-8-year-old. This guy could keep going for 3-4 more years. Apparently he loves the soft track, which Joe Pride said, and the form suggests that as well. Well, look, money for Trekking, as we've seen from the market here in race 2. So let's go back and have a look at this horse. Fresh last start, Mike, and you just got to go through the video comments to see that it was keen, it was urged wider, and how about the fight this horse showed? What's that, about 4 or 5 horses out? Yeah, great fight. This is the start of his big preparation. Obviously, he trialled well into this preparation as well, like he's trialled into this preparation too. 3-wide no cover, racing keenly. You can see that in the raceguide.com.au comments. Just beats a horse called Tactical Advantage, which ties in with Easy Eddie. And the form references are pretty similar. The big question for Trekking, if the rain does come, he may not like it, but maybe the rain's not going to come on Saturday now. Well, look, we've just got to keep our eyes on the skies. It's only Thursday, Mike. Let's have a look at race number 2 here with Trekking on top in the odds, Mike, but not so much for the form. Yeah, Easy Eddie absolutely flying his last few starts. Light him up. All right, there's Easy Eddie with that great form over the summer. Key factors time. Who has got all the progression? Yeah, Easy Eddie's a little let up, but Trekking's had a good spell, some good trials. He's definitely got more upside this preparation. He improved last prep. Can he improve again? And Music Magnate,
His form was terrible recently. He can improve first up.
Okay, so it's the favourites out in front here from just ahead of Fiery Heights. Distance at stage of prep.
Yeah, a lot of tempo, just blending into the pack. 1,100 metres, Trekking should love that. Akasaki, strong 1,100 metres, perfect for him too.
Okay, might be swooping late, Mike. Who's going to love the wet conditions?
Yeah, like we said, Trekking, if the rain comes, he flopped in a Golden Slipper, but that was a pretty tough race on a heavy 10. His soft track form's okay. Easy Eddie loves a soft track, like we said.
Well, there is Easy Eddie with the gold. These two have pretty much cleared out now, Mike. The two favourites. This is looking like a race in two. What about position in run?
Robbie Dolan might have his biggest test to date. Can he get Easy Eddie in from barrier 9 with so many on paces inside him? Trekking drawn beautifully. Akasaki smoking his pipe out the back. He'll love it, like we said.
Yep, decent odds. Okay, so it's Trekking just in front there, Mike. I mean, from all that talk, I mean, you've got two really classy horses here in Trekking and Easy Eddie. We think that's the way we're going to go in this race, but let's have a look at the market now with all the ratings. Robbie Dolan, as you've said, it might just have to do that really good ride on the on-pacer on Easy Eddie. And look, if they turn all this on up front, mate, Akasaki, this horse is going to be swooping, and that's at $10, only a couple of lengths behind you.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, good bundle bet this race. We reckon that is the race. There's a few on-paces beneath that'll find it so tough to win with all this pressure. Trekking, Easy Eddie so well placed at the weights. Akasaki so well placed at the tempo. If you're betting on Thursday night, which is what this show is all about.
We've got to do that.
With the rain forecast in the air on Saturday, it's got to be Easy Eddie. Robbie Dolan's a great jockey. He can do the job. And Akasaki handles any conditions. And like we said, he'll be swooping home.
Okay, so it's Easy Eddie coming off that career best form, as we said, and Akasaki, the value there. That's a look at race 2. 3 more big races at Rosehill Gardens after the break. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. Race 1 and 2 done, and now it's time for the big legs here, Mike. We've got the Sky High Stakes. It's race number 6 over the 2,000 metres at Group 3 level, and a few of these ex-international horses really trying to stake their claims for the bigger staying races ahead, but not so the two at the top of the market. These are two we know quite well, the locals. Sama Doubt, $5.50, backing his way up off the Canberra Cup win last week, and of course Gothland, $5.50, winning well fresh. Ambitious. This horse has not won in Oz yet, but he's been racing in some brilliant company, Group 1s, 2s and 3s. Red Cardinal, great win last start, $7.50. Tavago, the ATC Derby winner in 2016. We know this horse loves the mud, Mike. Patrick Aaron there, $9.50. Orvray with a little bit of support there on Thursday, 11 into 10s. But look, Sama Doubt and Gothland, Mike, they're the favourites here, but this is $5.50 the field for the Sky High.
Yeah, set weights as well, so the classy horses are really well suited at the weights, but the problem is a lot of those classy horses are not in form. Let's have a look at a couple of replays which may help us pick a very, very tricky race, which is very interesting to analyse. Starting off with this Parramatta Cup over 1,900 metres, Tim Clark rode Sama Doubt well in Canberra, but I don't think he rode him this well this day at Rosehill Gardens, going really hard from the 700 metres out, setting a really long sprint home. The on-paces had to knock up. Red Cardinal weaving to the outside. He stormed home late, Stu.
Absolutely. I think we were on Casterton this day getting up the inside. I thought this horse was home, but look down the outside. That was Red Cardinal. And look, up the inside too here, Mike. What are we making of this run?
Yeah, Big Duke, Red Cardinal, both ran well together. Big Duke went on the next start last week and ran okay, so the form references are okay. We're just not sure about that as a form reference. What else could Red Cardinal do but win first up though?
Look, that was a recent replay, Mike, and you've pulled one out of the archives here. We did see Tavago engage, so let's go back to this same race in 2017. Interestingly though, Mike, this is only 5 starts ago for Tavago, being a few years ago, and since then I think Libran has gone on around 18 more starts since, so it's certainly got more miles in the legs.
This is a long, long time ago, but only a few starts. It's an amazing start you pull out there, Stu. I mean, this horse is a Derby winner. He's an absolute mudlark. He's run bad races on good tracks and come out and smashed them on soft tracks before. I think he had some suspensory issues. He had a few injuries to get over. He's had a long, long spell. His first up run was fair. But if he does get to his best, this is what he can do to a very sort of the same race a couple of years ago.
Can that horse run anywhere near that on Saturday?
I think, well, ask the trainer, not me, but if he does, he wins.
That is a really good replay to have a look at. Let's get into all the analysis now for the Sky High. Of course, lighting up the form as we always do. First here, Mike.
Yeah, no surprises. Tavago's run will come late. Looking at the form, Red Cardinal, Patrick Aaron and Libran all doing well, but the favourite's not too bad.
Okay, all right. This is interesting. Let's kick off the key factors, Mike. See if these favourites have got anything. progression.
Yeah, Ambitious, Red Cardinal can improve second up. Tavago can definitely improve second up too. And Patrick Erin's getting fitter now, as are the ones down the bottom. So a few progressing.
All right, this is telling me the market could be pretty wrong here, Mike. Distance to stage of preparation.
Yeah, 2,000 metres. Some of these horses will like it more. Ambitious will like it more than the slow tempo last start. Patrick Erin getting up to 2,000 metres too. Tavago as well.
Hang on, all these are 10-1 bouts that are hitting the front here, Mike. Track conditions, who's going to get through it?
Well, this is the mudlark page, but if the rain doesn't come, this page, you can just scrap it on Saturday. So Thursday night it's worth a lot. Saturday it may be worth more or nothing. The three mudders, Red Cardinal, Tavago and Patrick Erin, should love it.
Okay, you've highlighted the mudders already, Mike. Position in run. Do these three maintain their run to the line?
Yeah, Ambitious can go forward, which is a big plus with no tempo. So can Patrick Erin from out wide. They both get a gold bar for position in run because of their tactical speed.
All right, so Patrick Erin on top from Red Cardinal and Ambitious, still looking for that first win in Australia. Time for a bet here in the Sky High, Mike. Let's go back to all the ratings and all the odds. I mean, pretty much this one for me, Mike. We've got a whole bunch of these proper stayers versus, well, Ghostland and Summerdown. Obviously some queries in there from what you've said. And Tavago, you've said this is pretty much one of the biggest mudders all day.
Yeah, mudder with plenty of risk. Patrick Erin, look, he's the top rater there and he's good odds, but 58 kilograms, maybe a place, maybe each way. I think if the horse is going to win, if it's wet, Red Cardinal, Ambitious, Tavago.
Okay.
If it's dry, Ambitious or Libran. If it's somewhere in between, I don't know. It's a really interesting race to analyse. There's definitely value in there somewhere. On Thursday night, we're going to have a go at Tavago.
Have a go at Tavago.
Soft track, wet track, whatever. As long as the rain comes, he can definitely win. If it's a dry track, lay off.
All right, let's just see if he's anywhere near back to his best, because that could be good enough for all of those on Saturday. As we move along to the feature, the Group 1 Coolmore Classic over the 1,500 metres for the girls. Mike, this is an amazing race. So let's get through the market because it goes pretty deep, and it's a favourite on top. We have I Am Serious at about the $5 mark, I think it was. And we've obviously got Jamaican Rain coming up as well from Melbourne, $7.50 there. Moss Trip, Timmy Bailey, he's going to be all over this, the weatherman, at $12. Oregon's Day coming off a really good win in Melbourne too, $13. Alassio, well, this horse has just been going strength to strength this preparation, $13. Fiesta, done nothing wrong for mine. I reckon that's big odds at $13. Dixie Blossoms, one of your favourite horses here, Mike, $15. And Pahuta Kawa, well, we'll see if the races are on tomorrow. It's obviously fourth emergency, but a little bit of money there too, $16, a decent horse. But I Am Serious here, Mike, $5 the favourite in this Group 1 race.
Yeah, she was good first up, but she's I Am Serious, isn't she? She's not a premier Group 1 mare, is she? But let's have a look last preparation and see her in a Group 3. Down the limit weight on a soft track. So obviously she likes the wet. She's just on the inside here. She gets through. She fights on really well and puts about 1.3 lengths on a decent margin.
Yep.
The horse just behind running on into second, I think, Mandillion, had the same weight this day. Only beaten 1.3 lengths this day and gets a 3 kilogram turnaround on Saturday. And that's Dixie Blossoms, of course, coming down the outside. She always runs on.
And this is a great form reference too here, Mike, because this is pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all over the line here that we are looking at. But Dixie there, well, what are you going to do with her?
Dixie's solid, but Mandillion, she's 100-1 on Saturday.
All right, let's see if it features in the tips later. One horse we know is going to love the wet. That's Jamaican Rain. Let's go back to this run in Queensland. This is last year on the Sunshine Coast in the Glass House. And Mike, outside the lead here, and it just pretty much took a few little strides and then away she went.
Oh, mate, this is a night race, isn't it? If you're on this race and you've got a couple of lagers under your belt and you're on your third or fourth beer and you're already on and it's travelling up like that on a soft or heavy track, you are cheering as loud as you possibly can. This is an absolute mutter. The market knows it. It was $24 on Monday. I was something it's into $7.50 on Thursday. I've completely missed the boat. Absolutely loves the rain, but maybe the rain won't come on Saturday now, which would be terrible for those punters.
That just absolutely donkey licked them in that. I can't see anything like that happening, Mike. It's going to be a blanket finish, we're pretty sure, in the Coolmore Classic. Let's get into all the analysis now to see if we can find the winner for the Group 1 on Saturday. And Mike, form, it's coming from every single angle. Key factors time, progression.
I Am Serious, definitely got upside. Oregon's Day's got upside. Pahuta Kawa, a 3-year-old filly with big upside.
Okay, so it's I Am Serious and Pahuta Kawa. They're on top. What about distance at stage of preparation?
Looking for horses like the 1,500 metres, and some of these mares are a bit of a risk at 1,500 metres. Moss Trip, Peter Snowden was saying, Maybe a little bit of risk the last 100 metres. Fiesta can peak. She peaked last start over 1,400 metres. Elassio's never been there before and won. Bahudakawa should love it to 15. Eldorado Dreaming too.
All right, Bahudakawa. Let's see if this horse can get a run. Eldorado Dreaming as well, Mike. Track conditions. Coolmore in the slop.
Yeah, not only do we have good form for these mares, we've got a lot of mutters there as well. Too many to read out. Dixie Blossoms loves it like we know. Jamaican Rain loves it. Bahudakawa, she's one of the soft as well.
Look, there are a few that absolutely love it, Mike. What about position in run? It could come down to that on Saturday.
Yeah, inside could be off, too wide could be tricky. So maybe those horses blending into the pack with an honest tempo. Moss, Trip and Fiesta tick those boxes.
Mate, that wet trackers page pretty much did it for me. We had I Am Serious, Jamaican Rain, Moss Trip. I think Dixie Blossoms was on there as well. Mandillion, that horse you've said it's pretty big odds. Let's have a look now at all these ratings and the dollars, Mike, because it's time for a bet in the Coolmore. We can't let this race go by without a bet. So let's bring them all up here. James Cummings obviously has a pretty big decision to make if it happens to does get a run. $16 there, Bahudakawa on top. Fiesta, Mike, not much love through the key factors. $13. What are you making of this one?
Yeah, Fiesta, I know you like her. I think you're already on, Stu. I'm just worried she might peak, but if the rain does come, she definitely loves a wet track. It's a super, super competitive race with so many wet trackers in that race. Bahudakawa would have been our best bet if she was in the race.
Yep.
Moss Trip, massive chance as well on a low weight. And Mandillion is massive, massive odds. I hope the rain comes because I'm already on.
$81, I think that was.
Huge odds for a mutter.
All right, so some big value there in the Coolmore, but Moss Trip on top. As we have a look at race 8 now, Mike, it's the Ajax Stakes over the 1,500 metres at Group 2 level, and a few Melbourne horses coming up to Sydney town to try and steal the spoils late in the day, including 50 Stars, who's been very well supported on Thursday, unbeaten on the affected ground into $4. Land of Plenty. I mean, look at these Group 1 form lines of Futurity, the CF4. This horse will be rattling home, $4.20. Seaway, done absolutely nothing wrong this preparation, both at Rosehill in the soft conditions. Dreamforce, well, here's a tough competitor, but up to 1,500 metres in the wet, we will see. Widgie Turf, oh, I love this replay last start. The favourites battle cleared away, $9.50 there. Fierce Impact, geez, this horse teased us a bit last preparation, Mike. This horse is fresh, but two quality gallopers here coming up the highway, 50 Stars and Land of Plenty for race 8.
Super exciting gallopers, ex-weird gallopers with lots of upside. These could be big chances at the Doncaster if they go that way. Obviously, they'll be trying to go that way. 50 Stars might need to qualify still. Let's have a look at a couple of replays looking at both those horses, starting with Land of Plenty. You mentioned it, Stu, the Futurity Stakes, Group 1, 3 wide, no cover, as he has been 3 of his last 6 starts. I think you've been on 3 of those 6 starts as well. Comes to the outside off, not much tempo, quickens into the race alongside Elise. This is a great run, Stu.
Yeah, and this is that group company we're talking about. Definitely, not facing the heights of Elise here on Saturday, Mike. Look, keeps running on. It's got the job to do, though, with 59 kilos, though, no doubt.
Yeah, it can be a little bit peaky late, but it was wide, so you can excuse it. And the soft track is a bit of a question.
Okay, let's have a look at the other Melbourne visitor now. It's 50 Stars. We're going to go back to the Spring Carnival. This is, of course, at Flemington over that carnival. And look, Mike, in the green here, really being ridden. But hey, how about the finish here on a heavy track?
Yeah, massive finish, heavy track, gets the job done. Never been beaten, never won by more than always wins by at least 2 lengths on a wet track. That couldn't get that one out, Stu. He's an absolutely cracking horse. He's very good. He's never been beaten third up or deeper in his preparation. Got that one out. A really talented horse and a very professional horse. His push button, so hard to beat on Saturday.
Oh, we love those sort of push
I'm so
button
excited
horses,
about him. I can't get it out.
especially at Rosehill Gardens. Time for all the form and the key factors here, Mike, for the Ajax Stakes. Take it away. Find us the gold.
Yeah, Land of Plenty's absolutely flying. Like we said, keeps on getting stuck wide, in great form.
All right, there it is. Land of Plenty, well out in front here as we hit the key factors. Progression.
Yeah, some with more upside. 50 Stars, like we say, keeps getting better in its preparation. Never been beaten third up or deep into its prep. Seaway improving as well. Dyslexic, she's got massive upside too.
Okay, so Land of Plenty just in front from the other favourite, 50 Stars. Dyslexic poking out. Distance at stage of preparation.
Yeah, Chaotic, very good up to 1,500 metres, but they should all be okay.
Okay, so still Land of Plenty, just with his nose out in front here. Track conditions, who's going to love it?
If the rain does come,
there's
50
one.
Stars, like I tried to say before, always wins on a wet track by at least a length and a half. Widgie Turf loves it as well. It should be unbeaten, unlucky when it lost, and Chaotic should like it too. Okay,
so it's all the Melbourne visitors here, Mike, as we hit the post. Who is going to get the good position in run 1,500?
Yeah, if the rain doesn't come, click on your bookies quickly because the leader, Dreamforce, will love it.
All right, so it's 50 Stars just winning there, Mike. Time for a bet here in the Ajax, race number 8. It's definitely got me interested. You sound pretty excited here about some of these Melbourne visitors. Let's get all the odds back up and, of course, the ratings. And, Mike, big one for me here, Land of Plenty. Look, it's got to carry the 59 in the wet, but we know this horse is class. 50 stars, probably just got to step up that little bit for mine, but so many ticks you've said there. The wet third up and... Well, Dreamforce, I mean, if this rain didn't come on Saturday, if it did dry out, we know what this horse can do.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts for this weather, but 50 stars, just that little bit of the weight. I guess if it was weight for age, I definitely agree that Land of Plenty is too classy.
Yep.
But handicap conditions, soft track conditions, so hard to beat 50 stars. He's got to go right-handed. True. But he's so professional, I think he'll do it. So hard to beat on Saturday. I'm excited about this horse and what he can do in his future career. And I think we'll start off with a win in Sydney on Saturday. And Widgie Turf, if he does come and the rain does come as well, he can figure as well. Okay, so that's that Melbourne horse, 50 stars on track with a bit of confidence there from you in race number 8. There's a look at 5 races this weekend from Rosehill Gardens, but stick around. We'll have all our feature multis and, of course, a $100 hot seat after the break. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We've had a look at 5 key races this weekend from Rosehill Gardens, but the action doesn't stop there, Mike. You've had your head in the form all week. What do you got in the other 4 races? Yeah, and just to say, the raceguide.com.au, the ratings update no matter what the weather is on Saturday. True. So these tips may change. We update it Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Let's have a look. A theory, she was so good in Melbourne. Can she bring it to Sydney? $3.70 ice bath. A bit of a roughie coming from the back. She's super tough if the rain comes. Cosmic Force, the money has come for him. He's got really great form lines. Most Crown, so tough on pace. Very elegant. If the rain does come, she's tough. If it doesn't, she might get tied up on the inside. Bit of a risk there. And there's lots of progressive overseas stays in race 9. Supernova and Bay and Gold, 2 of them. That'll be so hard to beat on Saturday. And of course, in race 9 there, Mark War, the legend, chiming in on our Twitter account saying, don't forget white boots. Like the $100 chair. I respect that.
Yes. The $100 hot seat time. What have we got for this? We are just about there. We're nearly back in profit. Yeah, what do you do when your favourite cricketer tips your horse? You just back it, don't you? Race 2, $15 on Easy Eddie. This is so important, this $100 hot seat, isn't it? Easy Eddie can perform in any conditions. Akasaki would love that strong tempo, like we said. Okay. $10 on Tavago. Not so sure if the rain doesn't come, but on Thursday night, $10 at $8 is a great play. Yep. $5 at $81 Mandela. Inside barrier. Hasn't got a jockey yet. She'll be okay. Pahuta Kawa. You've got to put $10 in case she gets in, and 50 stars is the bet of the day, and the money is coming. All right, a lot of confidence there. Race 8 on 50 stars to take up the $100 hot seat, Mike. It's charity multi-time as well, so $10 to play with here. And look, they've been confident here. Easy Eddie, we're just going to say that's going to get a nice, solid run, Mike. Really reliable, in great form, and 50 stars. You've mentioned everything about this horse. Charity there combined at $16.80. So look, we're on top there for charity. That's the main thing. There's a look at all the features bets this weekend for Key Factors on the raceguide.com.au. Head to the Race Guide for all your feature profiling this weekend at Rosehill Gardens. Let's hope this rain does clear up and get out there for a great day's racing this weekend. Enjoy the carnival.